This is the AI News Flash for June 12th, 6 p.m. UTC. First up, SpaceX shares surged on their first day of NASDAQ trading, pushing the company's market value past $2 trillion.
Against an IPO price of $135, the stock opened 11% higher at $150, then kept climbing, touching $176 at midday, a 30% gain. That puts SpaceX's market cap near $2.3 trillion, making it the sixth most valuable U.S. company.
The rally swelled the value of Elon Musk's stake, lifting his net worth past $1 trillion and making him the world's first trillionaire. Only 4% of shares were floated, demand ran more than 4 times oversubscribed, and Robinhood reported record-breaking traffic. Roughly 4,400 current and former employees became millionaires, with about 400 crossing $100 million. Founders Fund's $600 million investment is now worth more than $50 billion, one of the greatest returns in venture history. Next, Abridge, the leading AI medical scribe company, announced new partnerships with NVIDIA and Eli Lilly. With NVIDIA, Abridge will build a foundation model designed specifically for clinical conversations. It will be constructed on NVIDIA's Open Nematron model family and trained on Blackwell infrastructure using de-identified medical data. Pharma giant Eli Lilly is making a strategic investment in Abridge with terms undisclosed, aimed at evidence-based care and research access. Partnerships with major insurers, Aetna and Cigna, were also revealed. Rather than retrofitting a general-purpose model for healthcare, the goal is a model that reasons clinically from its foundation, expanding from automated documentation toward clinical decision support. Third, a Florida man is suing law enforcement over a wrongful arrest he says was driven by AI facial recognition. Plaintiff Robert Dillon was arrested in 2024 as a suspect in an attempted child luring case at a Jacksonville Beach restaurant more than 300 miles from his home. The basis was a facial recognition system that returned a 93% match. The lawsuit, filed by the ACLU and the ACLU of Florida, argues that despite a well-documented history of facial recognition-driven wrongful arrests, multiple police agencies failed to put adequate safeguards in place. Prosecutors later dropped the charges and his record was wiped, but Dillon had to pledge the title to his truck to post bond and lost income along the way. ABC News aired body camera footage of the arrest on Friday. Finally, DoorDash launched an in-app AI chatbot called Ask DoorDash. Users simply describe what they're hungry for in their own words, and the bot handles restaurant orders, builds grocery carts, and books restaurant reservations. It accepts text, photos, voice input, and even recipe links. In early testing, nearly half of all restaurant orders placed through the tool came from places customers had never ordered from before. Grocery carts ran more than 35% higher in value than standard orders, and were completed 5 times faster. The rollout starts on iOS in select regions, expanding across the U.S. in the coming weeks, as the race toward agentic AI shopping heats up among delivery platforms. That's all for this AI News Flash.